You may have noticed that stories about aliens and UFOs have been popping up all over the place recently. That's because there's a whole lot going on in the spooky world of unidentified phenomena right now. So much so that it can get confusing and difficult to separate fact from fiction. So dailymail.com is here to explain what on Earth, and maybe also on other planets, is going on. If you don't follow the topic, it may surprise you to know that the US government is now officially taking reports of UFOs seriously. They have set up an office at the Pentagon to gather reports of unidentified objects from the military and intelligence communities, space agencies, and other civilian branches of government, and have hired a bunch of experts to try to figure out what these strange incidents are. Congress has passed laws pushing for more action and transparency around the government's UFO investigation. And more than ever, mainstream news organizations are taking the topic seriously. A tipping point came in 2017 when the New York Times published a story on its front page about Navy pilots who encountered and caught on camera strange objects flying over the ocean in ways that human technology can't even begin to match. But this year, we've had some seriously bombshell revelations too. In June, an Air Force intelligence officer named David Grush came forward publicly with claims that he had uncovered a secret program run by the US government to retrieve, store, and study crashed alien spacecraft. His story is pretty wild, alleging that the American government has recovered multiple crashed alien spacecraft squirreled away in a bunker somewhere. So why should we believe him? The Department of Defense confirmed he really was a senior US intelligence officer who worked in the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency and the National Reconnaissance Office. From 2019, Grush was a member of the government's UFO task force with access to lots of classified programs, so he was in a position to know about some of the government's most closely held secrets. Other senior intelligence officials have come forward to vouch for him, saying either that they can confirm his story or just that they've always known him to be honest. Grush didn't work with these alleged alien spacecraft himself, but he does claim that he's gathered accounts and documents from many first-hand insiders of these programs, meaning the people who have had their hands on these craft. However, he hasn't shown the public any hard evidence to back up his claims. He says he can't because it's all classified. Grush says that he felt compelled to come forward as a whistleblower because what he found was not only mind-blowing, it was also illegal. Congress is meant to be briefed on everything the US government does, to keep an eye on those in power. Even the most top-secret programs are disclosed, though only to a select group of lawmakers called the Gang of Eight. But Grush claims that the shadowy individuals who run this supposed secret crash retrieval program never disclosed it to Congress. Last year, he became a whistleblower, taking his alleged evidence and testimony from first-hand witnesses to the Inspector General for the intelligence community. That's the government body responsible for keeping US intelligence agencies on their best behavior. The Inspector General, or ICIG, reviewed Grush's evidence and found it to be both credible and urgent, and briefed senior members of Congress on it. Senator Marco Rubio, the top Republican on the Senate Intelligence Committee, has revealed that he has heard testimony from alleged first-hand witnesses of crash retrieval programs. And Democrat Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, after being briefed on Grush's claims, authored a 64-page bill that would make the government come clean about any agencies that have, quote, physical possession of technologies of unknown origin or biological evidence of non-human intelligence. You heard that right. The staid, venerable Senate Majority Leader is suddenly writing a proposed law about secret spacecraft and possible alien bodies. That would be unthinkable just a few years ago, showing just how far the conversation has shifted. The problem is, the alleged evidence for these extraordinary claims is all classified, so none of us lowly civilians can see it. While all these breathtaking allegations have been flying around, the Pentagon's UFO office is still plugging away, collecting reports of weird incidents by the military and intelligence officials, and analyzing them. The office is called the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO. It's a bit of a mouthful, but the term all-domain was a deliberate choice to include UFOs seen flying in and out of the ocean, and even unidentified objects trapped in space. AARO Director Sean Kirkpatrick is a longtime intelligence officer and PhD physicist. On the one hand, he's stuck to the government line that there's no evidence of a secret program hiding alien spacecraft, and says that most of the incidents his office investigates turn out to be mundane, with only a small percentage being truly anomalous. But he's also co-authored a scientific paper with a Harvard physicist speculating that an interstellar comet that passed through our solar system in 2017 could have been an alien craft that sent down probes to Earth. His office has documented hundreds of UFO incidents reported by military and other government personnel all around the world. Some he has thoroughly debunked. Others are pretty hard to explain. For example, Kirkpatrick has shared videos of metallic orbs flying over war zones in Iraq, caught on camera by Reaper drones. Recent UFO legislation has forced each branch of the military and intelligence agencies, as well as civil space and aviation authorities, to collect and pass on UFO reports to AARO. NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, is one of them. NASA has always been wary of the UFO topic, preferring to focus on signs of life on other planets far, far away, which NASA Chief Bill Nelson says he believes exist. But they are now joining the search closer to home. This month, NASA presented the findings of a panel of 16 experts set up to figure out how the agency could help look for UFOs. The study chief, Dr. David Spergel, was at pains to tell the public he has not found any evidence of aliens yet. But his 36-page report did discuss how they could look for them, using weather satellites, radar arrays, and artificial intelligence programs. You might think it couldn't get any wackier than sources in bunkers, but Mexico took it to a whole new level last week. At an unofficial hearing in the Mexican Congress on September 13th, 2 alleged alien bodies were wheeled out in boxes. They were presented by journalist Jaime Maussan, a UFO enthusiast who has been caught before claiming to have supposed extraterrestrial bodies that turned out to be fake. Experts say these were no different, telling details such as upside-down bones in X-ray scans and suspiciously lacking data make the sensational presentation pretty easy to dismiss. Former Navy pilot Ryan Graves was at the hearing. His comrades filmed one of the more famous UFO videos, and he now campaigns for UFO transparency. But he stormed out when the supposed alien corpses were unveiled. He later tweeted that the event was an unsubstantiated stunt and a huge step backwards for this issue. So, what's next for UFOs? We can expect more briefings from AARO, with new UFO reports and even videos of unidentified objects they plan to post on their new public website. And there are rumors that some of Grush's first-hand witnesses who studied crashed alien spacecraft are preparing to come forward publicly. But until then, we will all just have to keep our eyes on the sky and on the dailymail.com website for more UFO news. Let us know what you think about UFOs in the comments below. And if you have high-quality video of a real UFO, we'd love to take a look. You can email me at josh.boswell@mailonline.com or on Twitter @JoshTBoswell.